Yeah, it's a difficult situation because in one sense you could argue that everybody is a competitor. You know, I'm not saying that's
Yes.
logical, but um, in business, when you are seeking clients and customers and money and investment, very often everybody is your competitor
Yes.
because everyone's got a limited amount of resources and finance and time. You, it's kind of a trap for people. It's like, yes, you can work in this area, but and build up skills. And if the company changes or situations change and the future is not the same as the past, you can't expect to be able to follow all the same rules. You know,
Yes.
in a situation where there's a global pandemic and the company changes its rules because of the pandemic and say, for example, there are less places and less job positions and there's less development and they're looking to cut back and save money, um, you know, you can't, because you're kind of forcing your employees into a difficult situation, and then to tell them there's not a job for you but you can't work for somebody else
Yes.
is just silly because they're they're taking away your job and at the same time telling you you can't work for anybody else. I mean that that's just wrong as a basic rule. And if you're such a good employee, then they should
Yes.
keep you. You know, it's just not let you go. They should keep you and find a job for you and pay you more if you're good. And you don't want to. It's not really practical in the long term to try to make people's lives difficult because they just won't have any respect for you in the future. So uh, yeah, it's a difficult situation, that one. Usually, um, I think in the modern work and political climate, there's so many other problems that companies have, um,
Yes.
that are bigger problems. You know, if your biggest problem is you are losing one of your employees, a good employee, and you are worried that somebody else is going to employ them, then you've made a mistake.
Yes.
So, somewhere, and um, it just shows the ridiculousness. I think that those kind of legal situations are designed to protect some of the higher positions in some of the bigger companies. But show me a government minister that is not invested in a private company, right? I mean,
Yes.
they're all invested in private company. They all have um, uh, interests in protecting their future by guaranteeing some kind of profit or trying to benefit themselves in some way. I say all of them. It's about 90%, but uh, um, and it's well known that there's at the um, at the top of the pyramid there's a revolving door where you go from private company to government position to private company to government position from private company to government position. So um, um, it's uh, it's common. And at the end of the day, you want to have good relationships with the employees who leave your company because
Yes.
you don't know who you are going to need in the future. You don't know who or what you are going to need in the future. And because you don't know what you're going to need, you want to keep all the doors open because maybe you need help from them. Yeah, maybe they have information, maybe they have contacts, maybe they can open doors for you. It's not always um, it's not always a negative thing that Did people leave companies in that kind of situation because there might be the opportunity for partnerships in the future. Not every company can do everything. Yeah, it's necessary to form alliances and allegiances within the business market as well. And so the more people you know in the more different places, the more people you can ask for help. They don't have to help you, but you can always ask them and see what happens there.